Today, we want to answer some of the top questions, the FAQs, they call it, frequently asked questions. One of the number one questions that we get is, what can you do for me as a bookkeeper, as an accountant? What is a professional accounting service going to do for my business? Well, we all probably are familiar with QuickBooks. QuickBooks is a very common general ledger software that brings in all of your financial transactions. So think your bank connects to the QuickBooks, and you can see everything in one. If you have multiple bank accounts, credit cards from different banks, wherever the data is coming from, you can flow it into your general ledger called QuickBooks. QuickBooks Online is the number one software for small businesses. It means that you can access it wherever you are, any computer. You don't have to install anything. It's fully secure because it has password protection, and all of that is handled by Intuit, the makers of QuickBooks. It's been around forever, and it's still a top-class software. Accountants like me love using it because we can easily use it and switch between different clients, and we can make sure that you're reporting. They have great tools inside there for accountants to use to make sure that things are clean, efficient, and tidy. You also keep things in your books like your customers, your customer list, the open invoices that you have to your customers. That's called your Accounts Receivable. Additionally, you have your Accounts Payable. So any kind of bills that you receive, you log it in your books and you understand what are my costs. So that at the end of the month, you can see a complete profit and loss or income statement. This is it. The number one most valuable report to you is going to be that profit and loss income statement. Second most important would be your balance sheet. Your balance sheet tells you what are my assets, what are my liabilities, and the net of those two is your equity or your ownership. Consider it your net worth in the business. So if you have $10 of cash and you owe $5, then you have $5 net. That is your net worth of the business. It gets a lot more complicated because you can have many types of accounts in what's called your chart of accounts. You can have all sorts of things like vehicles, equipment, inventory. In terms of your assets, you have cash, you might have some savings, you might have deposits at other vendors, you might have deposits on hand from your clients. So all of this comes together in the balance sheet. And that's a way that you can understand at any given point in time, day by day, or even month by month, or year over year, you can compare how are your total assets, how are your total liabilities, how efficient is your business. There are other things like days sales outstanding that looks at the way in which you're collecting your receivables. Hopefully you're pretty sharp on that. We can dive into that and make sure that you're being efficient with your collection and your cash. A lot of people want to understand their cash flow. There is an official formal cash flow statement or statement of cash flows. There's a direct and indirect method, doesn't really matter. The point is you don't need this full detailed analysis of your cash to understand your cash, but you need some basic metrics, things that I would consider like KPIs that you would want to stay on top of and have a good dashboard view of. So we can make sure that you have that as well. So you have your profit and loss, you have your balance sheet, and you would have some KPI tracker to understand your cash and your cash timing.